Hello everybody, this is Astocky here and welcome back to me playing Dwarf Fortress. In the last episode I started off mining out a whole lot of different kinds of areas, basically just to set things up. I didn't have any particularly good plans for what it was that I was doing. I was just kind of doing things. And then I was also down here, a long way down, trying to find myself a cavern with not much success. But what I figured that I would do now in this episode is I would have a look at what is in my wagon. So you can see here in my wagon I have maple, and some gypsum, and then oh no, that's it totally. I have 3 lots of maple logs which are contained within the wagon, and then I have 6 pieces of gypsum. So what I'm going to do is configure this stockpile here to take gypsum, because that just seems like the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to enable, I'm going to turn off everything by forbidding everything, and then I'm going to go to other stone, I think it is, or maybe it's economic stone. There you go, economic stone, and I'm going to toggle gypsum to on. Now that should bring those 6 pieces of gypsum down and stick them down here. I'm interested in why my dwarf just there is carrying that table. He's probably just crafted it though, so that's fine. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some hotkeys. So F1 by default will always be the hotkey for where your wagon is. But what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to move the screen up slightly so it basically encompasses my whole base here. And then I'm going to reset the hotkey. So Shift H to set hotkey, and then I'm going to press Z to zoom again. So now when I move away and press F1, it takes me back to that spot, which is where I want to be. The next one I'm going to do is going to be F2, and it's going to be my second level. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it this level. Yeah, I think this level is a better level to do that. So once again, Shift H for hotkey. This time press F2. I'm going to name it, and I'm going to name it Farms. And then press Z to configure it. Then I'm going to point that right in the middle, press F3, name it Workshop, and press Z to set that up as well. Go down a few more levels, F4, going to name that Dining. Down another level, this time we want F5, we want to name that Bedrooms, and then we want to head way down to the bottom and I'm going to name this one F6, name, and I'm just going to call it 50 deep and set that there. So I've got now F1, F2, F3, F4, F5 and F6. I'm not going to try and go any higher than that. I'm going to save F7 for something later on that I determine I need, because F8 is going to pause my recording and I don't want to do that. So I was just having a look at my stocks here, and so now that you can see that I have 65 turkey hen eggs. Not all of them are collected though. Some of them are still sitting in the nest boxes that are forbidden, but that's really not too bad. I've got lots of porcupine meat from the porcupine that I had to run in. I've got some pig meat left. I have no prepared meals at the moment, and that's because my kitchen is not yet ready. So you can see kitchen construction suspended. So I'm going to press S to unsuspend that construction and press spacebar, and hopefully now it will work. So my gem cutter has run out of gems, which is not cool. He's going to need some more gems. So I'm going to actually, before I start mining anything else, I'm going to check what my miners are doing. And actually, you know what? Before I do anything else, I'm going to zoom in on my axe guy. I'm going to press C to zoom in on him. I'm going to press Y to customize him. I'm going to set his new nickname. I have had a request. His name is now Dragon. So he is Dragon Aros Besmar. Dragon Aros Besmar. So he's the second dwarf that I've now named. The other dwarf that I have named is Mr. Mook Sibrekning. So I've got my farmer planting seeds, Mr. Mook storing an item in the stockpile, my mason, my manager, my carpenter, my miners. Everyone doing different things. I'm gonna now have a look. Where are my dogs? I have a war dog. He is currently downstairs, which basically means he's not really doing anything. So to stop him from being a useless dog who doesn't do anything, I'm going to set a pen pasture using the I key to set a zone. I'm going to place it right here, right out in front of my entrance to my base. N for pen, Shift N for pasture, and I'm going to station my war dog there. What that will basically mean is that he will now stand guard there, and any thief who tries to get in, or any other, I guess, person or thing that tries to get in, will have to contend with him first. Now the next thing that I'm going to try and do, not 100% sure how it's going to work though, is I want to designate a little bit of an area to make it difficult for people to get into my base. And so the way I'm looking to do that is I'm going to go D, I'm going to press H for channel, and I'm going to make sure I'm at the correct level here where I'm outside that wall. In fact, I'm going to do it just here, and I also want to make sure I go wide enough that I go around this water source, maybe one higher there. That looks like a good spot. And I'm now going to designate over this way to that point there, and now my miners should basically dig that out one level. Then I'm going to get them to do the same thing up this way. I want to go right to one short of the river in this case. I don't want to actually go to the river. Actually, I might even go back one further there. And then I'm going to do the same thing here and go H for channel. But this time I'm going to leave a gap. And the reason for allowing that gap is that will allow trade wagons to come in and to visit my trade depot, which I'm now going to get them to mine out. So he's now digging a channel. Let's zoom in on where he is. Okay, he's still down here, so he hasn't got to the channel yet, but very soon he will be. Here we go. He dug one piece of channel. Okay, my first migrants have arrived. Unfortunately for them, they have arrived on the wrong side of that river. I have no idea how I'm going to get them across. I've had 3 dwarves arrive, and I think they're stuck. The only thing I can think that's going to help them is if I build a bridge. G for bridge. I'm going to make it wide enough to go across. I'm going to build it just there, and I'm going to build it out of wood. So hopefully now that will happen fairly quickly, and that bridge will get completed. What did my miner do? He's gone to pen and pasture a large animal. What's he doing now? He's gone to harvest plants. Okay. You, my mechanic miner, are going to stop getting distracted. The only way I can think of to stop you from getting distracted is to pause, press O for orders, and where it says H for all harvest, change it to only farmers harvest. So he's gone and harvested some plump helmets there. Now hopefully he should be going back to mining that channel out. In fact, the two of them are going to do it together. Excellent. Okay, he's just cancelled construction of the building. Zoom to the location. Which building did he cancel? He cancelled that one again. Stop cancelling that. Okay, my mechanic is constructing mechanisms. That's excellent. And my other one is digging the channel. My weaponsmith is constructing a building. He's grabbing a piece of wood. I'll be honest with you, I was really hoping someone would build the bridge. My carpenter is the guy who needs to build the bridge, who also happens to be my craft dwarf. Be nice if someone could build that bridge. That mean it's already been built? Oh. I think that means it's already built. That was really easy then. Now the next thing I'm going to do is go D-mine, go a level down now, and I'm going to take out all of these ramps. Oops, sorry, that's Z for remove stairs and ramps. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to mess this up because all my water changed color when I did that. Yeah, I think I've messed some things up here. Let's try that. Still going to be channeling perfect. We're going to go Z to remove stairs and ramps. Just do this the easy way and just do it as two sections. And what that'll basically make is a moat that is at least, it's not going to be impassable, but it's going to be at least difficult to get past. So you can see he's cruising along, knocking those things out. I've got my manager with no job, my mason with no job. A mason should never have no job. I've got my weaponsmith with also no job, my farmer with no job, a peasant with no job, and I have a child. Okay, so let's start with working out why some of these people have no jobs. Those are both inactive. They should not have no jobs. So that's annoying. Let's go to the crafting level. Okay, so my metalsmith forge is ready, my furnace is ready, and my smelter is ready. So I'm not doing too badly. My jeweler, let's check how we're going in terms of jewels again. I'm pretty sure in fact, I've got only 2 rough gems, not very much in the way of rough gems. Yeah, not doing that well in terms of rough gems. How do we go in terms of actual crafts? I'm sure I told him to make some rock crafts, didn't I? You know what? Maybe I did not. In which case, that is what he's now going to need to do. He's going to need to make rock crafts. 3, 4, 5, 6 rock crafts. And then I'm going to make 4 short swords. Now what that is going to do is that's going to use obsidian to make short swords, and apparently they are as good as steel when it comes to swords, and they're also not too bad when it comes to being saleable items as well. So my mechanic is making his mechanisms, and now I'm going to build up some stockpiles here because it's kind of annoying having it not work that well. I have just messed this up completely. Let's change the settings. We want to disable all animals. Then we want to go to gems and say enable gems, and we want to enable all of the rough gems. So anything that's a rough gem will get placed in that stockpile just there, and then what should happen is the beautifully cut gems should end up back up here. Now we want to make another one, another pea stockpile. This time we're going to put it just here. Make it take up more than half of that area. Once again, I've messed it up. We're going to go and set a lot more bins allowed, just in case we need some bins. Change setting, we're going to disable animals because we don't want animals this time. This time we want to enable bars and blocks and enable stone. And so we're going to disable all. We're going to forbid anything that is not metal ores, and then bars and blocks. Going to disable. We're going to disable everything except for coals, potash, perluses, and metal bars. So this is going to be for metal ores and metal bars, that stockpile. And then we're going to create a new stockpile, and I'm going to do it here for now, and it's going to be a weapon stockpile. That was P for weapons. And then I'm going to create an armor stockpile, and then I'm going to go to Q for stockpile settings, and I'm going to go S for change settings, and I'm going to turn on ammo to allow ammo to be placed in my weapon stockpile. So let's go back to things happening. Got lots of people now storing items, which is good. Should mean I have lots of doors now as well, because I'm sure I made lots of doors. Doesn't look as though I do. Not totally sure why that is either. But guess we can at least start by putting some of these bedrooms in. Although it is likely to take a little while. Now I don't have a carpenter on this level, do I? No, I don't. He's on the surface. So let's go to my carpenter. Let's add a new task. We want to make wheelbarrows. In fact, this time, because I have a manager, I'm going to press J to go to the job screen, press M to go to the manager, press Q, and then you can just type it in. Make wooden wheelbarrow. I want to make 5 wooden wheelbarrows, and that should make things good. Okay, now I have just done a dumb thing, and I have got my miner stuck. So I'm going to have to dig upward ramp R and place that just there, and now he has the ability to get out. So we'll let these guys keep going, see how they go. Okay, my trade depot area is now built, so I'm going to build the trade depot now. I want to make it out of something nice and valuable, so I'm going to see how much obsidian I've got left. I've got 76 pieces. That is going to be plenty, and that's going to help add to the value of my fortress, because obsidian is quite a valuable commodity. So I've started to create some bedrooms down here. I don't have enough yet, but thankfully this dormitory up here will continue to work, and that will continue to allow me to basically have places for people to sleep. Okay, the dwarves suspend the construction of the kitchen. Just stop suspending construction of the kitchen. I don't understand why these guys keep taking shortcuts through my kitchen. It's that cat. Ah man, somebody just build the kitchen. I need to start preparing foods. So you can see now that I've created these stockpiles here, people are going crazy, bringing different materials and different things up. Okay, you can see now I have these things, and they are grey languors, which is a kind of monkey. So this is going to be my first opportunity now. I'm going to go to the military screen. I'm going to create a squad. It's going to be an archer squad, and Mr. Mook is going to be the first guy. I'm going to go to equipment. He's got an individual choice ranged. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to say W for weapon. I want you to take crossbows. I want you to take, actually no, maybe if I turn that off and go W, specific weapon. Okay, I'm doing something wrong here. Specific weapon. Must be doing something wrong here. Okay, whatever. Individual choice range, that'll work. Hopefully he's going to have some weapons and he's going to be able to do something with it. So now that we've done that, I can go to S for squad. I can select the squad. I can issue an attack order, and I can say kill that grey languor. So he is currently, where is he? He's currently hunting. Where is he? Okay, he's currently just there hunting, and it looks like he's hunting monkeys. In fact, it's saying that combat has already been initiated. The militia commander is hunting. Okay, so the flying copper bolt strikes the grey languor in the left front leg, chipping the bone. A tendon has been torn. The flying copper bolt strikes it in the lower body, tearing the muscle and tearing the guts. It looks sick. It's propelled away by the force of the blow. The flying wooden bolt strikes him in the left front leg, chipping the bone, tearing a tendon again. So now, if I resume, if we go to reports now, we should see that the war dog is now fighting. So the war dog attacks, the grey languor attacks the stray war dog, but she jumps away. The stray war dog attacks the monkey and it jumps away. The flying bolt strikes the grey languor in the head, tearing the muscle and tearing the upper spine and nervous tissue. I think it's now gonna die. Let's see what happened here. It looks sick. It vomits, it slams on an obstacle, it vomits, it stands up, it gives into the pain and falls over, it retches, it vomits, it retches, it vomits. That one is gonna die. It looks as though my dog has chased the next one off. Ooh, it looks like that one's in pretty bad shape too. So I think I can now with the V key get over here and I can view this one. Now I think if I go to W for wounds, it is heavily wounded in the upper body, the left rear leg, and the left floating R. I don't know what the left floating R is. That one there is in fact actually dead, so it doesn't even show up anymore. Where did my hunting dog go? He was chasing the other one. That one there isn't wounded, but it's been scared off. And that one there is also not wounded, but it's been scared off. So we're back to the war dog. The grey langur scratches the stray war dog in the right front paw, denting the skin and bruising the muscle. Darn it! The dog attacks it. The dog misses. There's been lots of... Ooh, there we go. The stray war dog bites the grey langur in the upper body, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle. The grey langur is having trouble breathing. The war dog has latched on firmly. Nice. And there, what we should now see is that one there is just about dead. Where did my war dog go? There's my stray dog. There's a monkey there. Lost my war dog. Units. War dog. Okay, it is down there. The grey langur is pretty badly beaten up. Ooh, my dog is pretty badly beaten up as well though, which is unfortunate. Okay, so the dog has now killed the monkey, but the dog itself has got quite a reasonable injury out of that, and that's not very good. Let's look at how this one's going. This one has a badly bashed up right front leg, and hopefully we should be able to go to reports and see what's just happened. Strikes in the left rear leg, in the left front leg. A motor nerve has been severed, a tendon has been torn, chipping bone has been torn. He's just owning these monkeys. I want to use the slash key now. What just happened then? I think the military commander bashes the grey langur in the head with her willow crossbow, bruising the muscle, jamming the skull through the brain and tearing the brain. Okay, what that means is he's now run out of bolts. So he's now resorted to just beating monkeys with his crossbow. That can't be a good thing. Ammunition. So I currently have 100 bolts. What I'm going to do now then is, believe it's the D menu, B menu. I'm going to say reclaim buildings and items. I'm just going to do everything that's kind of in this area. Just in case it was some of my bolts that were forbidden. I've just unforbidden those bolts now, at least I hope that's what that means. Interrupted by a grey langur again. But I think that monkey is now rapidly trying to get out of the way. No, it's come back. In that case, we're going to go S for squads. We're going to say K attack. We're going to attack that monkey. K for attack. Attack that monkey. So I don't know where he is, but wherever he is, in fact, where is he? He's storing an item in the stockpile. He's now killing the monkey. Aha, he's come to pick up some ammunition. He's going to head back to the surface and he's going to slaughter that monkey. In fact, it looks as though he's actually going to chase it. It says he's in combat at the moment, even though he's not shooting. What is the key we need to press? We want to press V for view the unit. You can see that it's currently not hurt, but there you go, he's now caught it. So he is not even slightly wounded. The monkey is also not wounded. This could be one of those cases where I would be much better off. Okay, there's some blood on the ground now. That means somebody has been hurt. Oh no, he's hurt his foot. The monkey though is stunned. Okay, the militia commander, here we go. The Grey Langur strikes the militia commander, but she jumps away. The militia commander attacks, but it jumps away. The militia commander grabs the Grey Langur by the 5th right finger. Ooh, it bit me on the right foot, bruising the skin through the alpaca wood shoe, and it latched on. The militia commander punches the Grey Langur in the right rear leg. I broke the grip. I charged at it because I'm now annoyed. I bit the monkey, tearing apart the eyelid skin. Wow. Go, Mr. Mook. It's like the monkey bit me. Rah! Angry. So, now I'm just effectively just yeah, I'm just pretty much just trying to own it now. I'm just going to let it every now and then run for a little while. Still just the right foot that's hurt. Come on, hit it with the friggin' crossbow. Okay, it's pretty badly beaten up, but he's also not doing that well right now. Yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell him to call off the attack. Going to go Copper Roses, cancel that order, and then hopefully that should allow him to go back to doing something else that he's not going to get too beaten up at. At least that's the plan. It'd be nice if he picked up some bolts. In fact, I don't know why he's not actually picking up. It says he's picking up equipment there, so okay, he's just there. Okay, looks like he's now picked up some copper bolts. Or no, that'd be some wood bolts. How do I check that out? View unit maybe? Maybe if I go for I for inventory. There you go, he's got a willow crossbow in his left hand. but he doesn't seem to have any bolts. I don't know what that monkey's still doing there. I really don't know what that monkey's doing, and it's kind of annoying me that I don't know. But it's stealing my plump helmets. Yep, it is currently hauling a plump helmet. You stupid monkey. Now I'm annoyed. What I do want to do is I want to go into here and oops, cancel, add a task, butcher a dead animal. Now it's still saying there's combat going on. Okay, that would explain why that wasn't going that well. My militia commander is... he's doing much better now. That's good. Let's go to his inventory and see if he's managed to pick up some crossbow bolts. One hump camel leather quiver. Containing 25 maple bolts. Now, in that case, now that he's back to carrying those weapons, where did that monkey go? It's gone off the map. Most darn it, I was really looking forward to killing him. So let's go down a level now. We want to designate Z for remove ramps. Wow, look at those fish. What are those? We've got green tree frogs and salmon. Salmon is cool, green tree frogs not so much. Designate, we want to chop down trees. I want to just chop down all of the trees in that area there to make sure I still have plenty of wood. So I'm feeling a little bit more defended now. Look at those ravens. That is not cool. In fact, where is my militia commander? He is down this way. Wonder what he's up to. Okay, my mechanic has no jobs. That should mean that he's crafted a few mechanisms. Wonder if they're under tools. Okay, where could they be? Oh, we have a couple of different items though, although none of them look to be all that flashy. Tools, no, they're definitely not there. There you go, mechanisms. He's got 5 mechanisms. I might have to individually look at the mechanisms, I think. Let's see how we're doing. I don't know what any of these symbols mean. an exceptional obsidian mechanism. That sounds good. Now this one's got, so that one's got like a little group of lines beside it. This one here's got a little star beside it. So enter. This is a superior quality mechanism. That one's got the same star, so this should also be superior quality. That one's got a little dash beside it, so I think that means it's like a basic kind of one, not very good. It's a well-crafted one, so nothing flash. Finely crafted. Let's have a look at these crowns. That one's got another symbol again, which looks kind of like dirt beside it almost, which is finely crafted. Superior crafting. An exceptional obsidian scepter. So all things considered, my guys aren't doing too badly at their crafting. They may not be much good at anything else, but they're not too bad at crafting. Gonna get him to brew a bunch of drinks. And I'm gonna check what my craft dwarfs are doing. So my mechanic is not currently doing anything, which that should mean that he's finished digging out everything that needed to be dug out. It does indeed, so let's build some more beds. Okay, so I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made 14 beds, and I currently have 10 dwarves, so that's perfect. How is my military dwarf going? Oh, actually, we've got a new swords dwarf. That is excellent. Marks dwarf though. Marks dwarf of 6, ambusher of 3, archer of 1. So he's now getting there. It shouldn't be too long, and he might be to the point where he's able to go up a level and become even better. So the crafting dwarf is cutting gems. Who is not doing anything? It was the mechanic / miner. Now his only thing that he can do is he can make mechanisms. That's it. That's all he's got. So I'm going to tell him to add a new task to just make a bunch more mechanisms. My other miner, who is also my broker, is currently sleeping. Sleeping is boring. So I'm going to go, where was that chalk level? Okay, that's way too high. Got native silver there at level 36. What do we have here? Sapphirite. So I think that makes tin. More sapphirite. Let me go back up to that native silver. And then do some exploratory digging. Now do some exploratory digging and see what we find. What that should also mean is if I go down further, they have mined that channel out. That's good. Okay, excellent. Pults have hatched. So back up to level 2 now, my farm. Let's have a look in the unit list at how many pults I have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. Now basically 11 pults, that's pretty much going to be more than enough pults to have a food industry going using their leather. So I'm going to go now, designate a new pen. here. So it's a pen. I'm going to add animals, and I'm going to add all of the poults and one of the cats to that. So by adding one cat and all of the poults, they will now be over there, and they're in the area where my farmers can get to, and so we'll basically be able to kill them. And then I'm going to go to just into here. I'm going to now permit passage, make it pet passable, and then I'm going to go to some of these items. This is an unclaimed nest box, so I'm going to remove that. And there's another unclaimed nest box. I'm going to take 2 of those nest boxes out. Three. And we'll take out half the nest boxes. That way I can still have some that are basically breeding. Where are those poults going? Why have you been suspended again? Stop it. My hunter has come down to eat. I'm going to have to watch this thing really closely now because it turned itself off again and I can't work out why. Who should be my guy who's building it? My crafter is butchering an animal. It's a kitchen, so it should be my farmer. So he should be doing it. He's currently asleep. So you can see I'm starting to get a couple of my little poults in there. Cancels butcher an animal, needs a butcherable animal corpse nearby. Let's just tan a couple of hides. Struck Galena, that's good. So there's just an eagle and some ravens on the map. So my hunter's not actually going to be doing a lot of hunting at the moment. Struck more Galena. Announcement. Where did I strike that? Aha. In my exploratory dig. Wow, I've struck quite a lot of it by the looks of things too, which is excellent. I'm going to mine all that out soon. Now what time is it? It is currently late summer. So make sure my trade depot's been built. No, it hasn't. It needs a mason. And what the heck is my mason doing? He's making a rock short sword. He's got 3 of those left to go. I'm going to add a wheelbarrow to that stockpile. And to that stockpile. And to that stockpile. So there's 1 wheelbarrow at each. Okay, so we've got all our bedrooms now. Time to mark them off. Then I'm going to build door. You have one obsidian door. Manager, make wooden wheelbarrows has been the only order so far. We want rock door, 14 more. Now, I should have really noticed those monkeys way before they got that close to me, so it's quite unfortunate that I didn't. Oops, sorry, not KV. Let's look at my sheep, because it is summer, so it's pretty hot for them. So if we go to... her wool is extremely long. That means we need someone to shear her. And that's done here, at this workshop. So we add a new task, shear a creature, because I have 2 sheep. Now I have to make sure that someone has the sheep shearing. No one currently has sheep shearing. So I'm going to put it on for... actually, this person already has the animal training and animal handling, so I'm going to put shearing on for them. That one's a child, so he can't have any labels at all. Now this top person here doesn't currently have any labelers, but it is a competent swords dwarf. So they can be a wood burner and a furnace operator. So how are we going for food and drink? Got 145 food, plenty of sweet pods. Okay, we've entered an expansive cavern. So now we want to undesignate where I'm going, because that is just going to open me up for a whole lot of trouble. So I want to go D for designate, X for remove designation, remove all of that designation, and then we want to go B for build, C, W for wall. We want to place a wall just there, and we're going to make it out of Nis, or Nis, because that is the closest. And now that I have done that, I need to tell my mason to stop doing everything else that he is doing so that he can make that wall. So we want to cancel the next one. And so by opening this up now, where was it? Don't even know which level it was now that I bumped into the cavern on. Okay, this one here. So it's probably for the best if I don't do any more on this level. Come on, where's my mason? Having a drink. I hope... okay, that means he's finished his sword, which is excellent. Got no idlers, which is really quite good. Mason storing item in stockpile. Don't think so. You now need to stop hauling items. And so do you, Mr. Craft Dwarf. You're much too important to be hauling items. Okay, I totally need to fix this. Just there's where I want to set it, so I'm going to go just here in the cavern. Shift H for hotkey again. I'm going to add an F7 hotkey this time. I'm going to name it cavern and then set it. So I've now got my F6, which is 50 deep. and my Z, which takes me to my cavern. Okay, that was my kitchen. It's happened once again. Stop suspending that. I think that's the child down the bottom there, isn't it? That is my dwarven child. He is just running around the floor. Again. So hopefully that means he's tanned some hides. Where's leather? Tanned hides, there we go. I got 2 grey lingur hides, or langur hides, and 1 porcupine hide. Has anyone shorn those sheep yet? Well, someone has shorn at least one of them. Those plump helmets there, though, are waiting to be gathered, and no one's doing it. So I'm going to change the orders back now to say that anyone can harvest, and hopefully we'll get someone to do it now. Okay. Once again, cancel that building. They need to stop cancelling it. It's annoying me now. Okay, I think what I'm going to have to do now, because this is just not working for me, is I'm going to remove that building. I'm going to say build a new one. It's a workshop. It's an Z for kitchen. And this time I'm going to build it up in the top corner. And hopefully this time that will work and no one will get in the way of it. My miner's having a bit of food. That reminds me, I don't have enough tables and chairs. No, don't have anywhere near enough tables and chairs. So, manager, queue a new order. I want to make a table of the rock kind. 5 and some more chairs. Rock thrones, 5 more of those. My mason is still storing an item in a barrel. I really hope that that wall's been built. Perfect. So you can see just here now, that is a block pillar has been built there, which has now effectively blocked that off and walled my cave in. You can see already there are lots of these little things here that are starting to appear, which is like fungi and moss and things that are growing. And while it's not the most attractive in the world, it is certainly a good way it is certainly a good way to get lots of like indoor sort of pasture area. Because you can see at the moment my animals are currently eating my outdoor pasture, and that's okay because that's kind of what they're supposed to do. Hold on, what in the heck are you doing? G for general, he's on a break. So he thought he would just walk through his neatly made cavern on his break. Now we have an idler. Our broker slash expedition leader slash miner is bored. So I can fix that. There is an awful lot of stuff down here that I need you to get. There is a huge amount of materials in this vein here, and they all need to be collected. Because it is all good ore. I'll work on neatening this up a bit later. But as you can see, there is lots of this stuff, and it is all native silver. Lots and lots and lots of silver. So that is going to be fantastic for when the caravan looks to come, which I don't think is too far away from this point. In fact, I think it's actually so close to being what should be happening at this point that I'm going to... No, I've been going for about an hour now. I think I'm going to stop now because I don't want to go too much further. And autumn has just come, so I'm up to the next season. My craftsman, though, has no more tasks. So I'm going to issue him some tasks. And those tasks that I'm going to issue him are through the manager. And I'm going to say new order, make wooden cages, and I'm going to say make 5 wooden cages. Those are going to be my first line of defense against ambushes or whatever else it is that tries to come in and get me. And then I will probably at some stage start to build up a bit of a masonry wall. And I'm going to probably just go on the inside of this channel here, all the way down, then all the way across, and then same thing back up, and then build it like that. And then I'm also probably going to run along the water's edge a bit. Not all the way, but probably a bit. And I'm going to do that so that things are pretty much safe and secluded inside this little area. And then I can build like maybe an archer's tower or something kind of on each corner, so that anyone who tries to attack me is going to get my archers shooting at them. I think that's probably a good way to do things. I'm also, like I said, really close to being able to bring all my animals indoors. I've got barrels of stuff here. But what I do need to do is add a new task to process plants into barrels. I'm just going to queue up a whole lot of them just to see how many lots of sweet pods that I have that I can make use of. All my poults are down here now, so they're all going to be growing. What was I thinking of doing? There was totally something that I was thinking of doing and I've forgotten what it was now. I've got myself so distracted. Ha, look at that, my kitchen is already made. Time to prepare some meals then. And on that note, I'm definitely going to finish the video. There are lots more things that I'm planning on doing and want to do and feel like I need to do, but they can all wait a little while. Yeah, they can all wait a little while. I'll remove that cart. I'll remove that. I feel like I've got some more gems as well that I can queue up for my carpenter to cut. So just really quickly, let's have a look at what we've got. I keep saying that I want to finish, and I do, but I so just want to get some of these things done first. Okay, I've got 4 rock crystals and 1 red tourmaline. So let's add a new task. We want rock crystals cut, add, cut, add, cut. Add the 4 of those, and we'll add that one as well. And now that that's queued up, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know that I am. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the near future, because I think this is going to be a pretty good fortress that I think is going to work out really well for me. So thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a download for this world, let me know. I can probably do that as well. I think the downloads are pretty big, but I think it can handle it. And also, if you would like to be the 3rd dwarf who's named, let me know about that too. Thank you very much for watching. Astocky out.